Do you feel like you're crawling to the finish line? My husband said this the other day, and it just like made me laugh because we are pushing to finish this big project, and it just seems like the last little push. It's like it's all of our energy and everything. We're just so exhausted, and we're just like it's a slow go. It feels like a slow go. And I don't know if this is like a worldly thing or what, what's going on, but it just definitely feels like I have really had to let go of any sort of control, any sort of even organization and, everything, because there's so many things that I don't have power over, that I don't have control over, that I don't have the expertise, that I don't, and so I've really had to just trust. And that is what it feels like energetically as well, like spiritually. It just feels like the more you try and control, the longer it takes. So, and the more you try and organize it or figure it out or, try and mind F it, whatever it is you're trying to do, the more effort you put in, the more, control, the more organization, everything, the more you do that, the longer it seems to take. And so there's this point that I'm at, and I'm curious if other people are experiencing this, because, when you're an awakening empath, which is, there's so many, I feel like everybody has empathic abilities, but a lot of, there's certain people that are more in tune with that. And for me, I have been so impacted the last few years because I'm an empath, and because I'm very, and it's not like I haven't done protection for myself and, things to try and stay centered. But because I'm such a strong empath and I care about people that are in my life, it's like those energies have taken precedence over me. And I feel like the last couple years, all my energy has gone into making sure that this person's taken care of and this person's taken care of and handling this and that. And I'm very good at that. I'm very good at taking action. I'm very good at holding space for people so that they can get to where they need to be. And at some point you have to decide, and this is where I'm at this very moment. At some point you have to decide on, okay, at what point do I start taking care of me and start giving myself the grace that I give others and the space that I give others? Because I am so wore out and I'm so tapped out at this point. And so it's like at some point we have to choose us, ourselves, our own, and I love to take care of other people. I love to nurture and all that. But at some point you have to decide for your best self, your best life. And I feel like that's what's missing. I don't know if this is a spiritual growth thing. I don't know if this is something that, that's higher self calling us in and saying, okay, you've done what you need to do for growth of people around you. Now it's time for you to really tap into your own growth and your own life. And I think along the way, I've really realized that, and I'm curious if other people are experiencing this. I'd love to hear comments. I'd love to hear feedback on, whether or not you're seeing this in your own life. But I have been so, the last probably 5 years, maybe, there was the pandemic. There was all these things that, and the pandemic, I was very busy during that time. I didn't have downtime during that time. As a matter of fact, I was stepping it up fully, because we were so busy in our business. And so I never got downtime. And I haven't ever since. So, for me, I just feel like I have not had quiet and peace. And it's time. It's time to choose that. It's time to own it. It's time to take it. It's time to decide on you needing peace in your life and choosing love for yourself, love for you. It's time to choose you. What's holding you back at this point? If you're super tapped out and you're, for me personally, emotional eating, a lot of things, a lot of things that I haven't been taking care of myself. I haven't been, and it's time. It's time to step into that higher self of ours and start choosing. I was telling my husband the other day, I feel like I used to, take classes, art classes. I used to read. I used to, even when I had kids, I found time to read a book. And again, there's certain things that are going on in my life that have required us to put in, 150%. That's just how it is. And I'm okay with that. But we're nearing the end again. We're crawling across that finish line. But spiritually and emotionally, I feel like it's time for, for us, people that are awakening, to really start choosing ourselves. And, what is it that's holding you back from choosing your own spiritual growth? Because really this is what I believe, that's what our human experience is for spiritual growth, for growth. And, everybody has a different path, and we can't, especially empaths, you cannot live somebody else's life for them. You can support them, you can help them, you can guide them, but it's their life to live. At some point, you gotta let go of that. At some point, you need to say, okay, you got this. A lot of times when we overly support other people, we enable them to rely on us. And at some point, you gotta let go of that, because you're kind of hindering their growth as well. So, it's time. It's time for you to start putting your energy into your own growth, your own life, your own path, your own beauty, and all of that. So that's my message for today. I truly do believe that we are in this, literally this great awakening. And so it's very intense right now, but at the same time, it's this beautiful time too. And we've chosen to be in this place at this moment. So, live it up. Choose you. Choose your best life. What's the point in being here if we don't choose to live our best life? That's really where I'm at. So I'm curious if you're feeling the same way. I'm curious if, what's going on in your life and what you're seeing in this great awakening in this time. It's a beautiful time to be. It's, it really is. So Remember, you matter. You are an incredible light human being. And it's time to choose you. It's time to choose your best life path. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and thank you for watching. I wish you an amazing day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.